Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. This is the Covid-19 Pacific Northwest series. It's episode number 7. And today we're going to have a very busy day. We've got 8 contracts to complete and a wide variety of things to do. This time we're going to go ahead and throw in transport contract, or at least one of them. There are 2 in total. And it's only about the third time that I've used this since FS17 anyway. Line ourselves up a little bit better. It's much better alignment. Let's see if we can. Let's do a little high. A little bit to the left. We are a little bit to the left. There we go. Alright, so we've got it on board. We are heading towards downtown with this delivery. Now, while I'm working on completing this one, Dad is getting himself in position to complete the second transport contract as soon as I'm done with this one, and then I'll be preparing for the first of a round of fertilizing contracts after that.
Hammer, I can't seem to get my weight to drop off the top.
You got to switch tools, which is the G button, until
tried that.
Until it's the selected item, the one.
Well, it says, it's got the controls for lowering the weight. And I can lower it. But I hit Q and it doesn't.
I thought you switched the key.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What happens when you get old?
Yeah, there's a certain candidate for a certain high office in a certain country who seems to do that a lot. Let's go ahead and jump into a quick time lapse while I wrap up this contract.
Everybody ask me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody ask me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody ask me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody ask me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Them and said she told me so. Everybody ask me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody ask me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody ask me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody ask me how I know.
So we head on to field number 2, the next to last of the fertilizing contracts. We'll go ahead and time-lapse this one and the final fertilizing contract of the day before we then get to go bale field number 12. On to the last contract of the day now, and it is for baling Now, if you watched the time lapse on the last video, we had some complications, but we are doing things a little bit differently this time around. And I just realized that we actually didn't need both of these tractors, but we are going to need the other tractor that's on its way down. Today is a day of studies for Johnny, so Johnny is not with us today, and with just the two of us, well, it does make this a little more tricky than it was last time around. Let's go ahead and use the leased tractor since we don't pay any extra on it. And I'm going to go ahead and handle the mowing this time out.
Oops, wait.
Oh. I never saw you come into the shop. I didn't realize you were behind me. Alright, I'm going to head up to the field and get straight into the mow job. And this is the field right up by our farm, field number 12. Now, I've not had a very good look at this rear mower. So it'll be interesting to see. Oof. Handles a little awkwardly.
Yeah. Lucky it's not raining.
Yeah.
Thing was sliding all over the place in the rain.
Well, that was on the first day of summer. Now it's the second day of summer. So just like that, the weather has turned hot. Or so it seems to be. Actually, it's a little bit hazy. But after the previous 7 contracts of the day, minus expenses, we're already up to $226,000. So, really good increase to the balance. These baling contracts, they pay pretty decent for the size of the field, but the process is tricky, and we certainly spent a lot of time with it last time. But our equipment, it's a bit better off now. And the trailer we have, while it doesn't look like it, the trailer we have, I believe, has the ability to auto load, but that's not a certainty. And we're gonna, let's see, lower the mower. Let's go ahead and turn on the mower. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the rear one. And we're going to unfold. I don't know which direction it goes. We'll find out in a moment. And we're going to turn that one on as well. And let's see which direction. To my left. Going at a bit of an angle here. If I straighten out. Turns, I will have the space to cut what's to my left, if we're reading this correctly. last time it was unconfirmed in the end on whether the extra bales after the job was done, whether we actually received an extra payout from turning those bales in. We're going to try again, watch a little more closely this time around to see. I did seem to cover what I needed to cover by leaving that little gap, as that secondary, the rear mower, is staggered off to my left. So I might have to make an extra run to cover the edges, especially this north edge. The way we turn around leaves out a much bigger chunk than it does on the other side. Seems like at this rate we'll be through the job pretty quickly. After the mowing and windrowing, the next step will be baling, and I'm going to be dropping this equipment as soon as we finish the field, off the edge of the field, out of the way, and then rushing back down to the store to pick up. Alright, see, with this one we're going to go back and get what we missed. On the other side, that's not really the case, so I'll have to come back at the end and scoop that stuff up. I'm off the edge of the field again. Turn this way.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, it's not really cutting any of that, so I'm still off the edge of the field. Good test here. Back up this way, and there we go. Now it'll resume. Pretty close to the edge of the field now. Seems like I'm at the edge. Ooh, we're just getting a little bit more here. It's good. Take all we can, especially, and I'm going to make one more run across the north here, especially if we do get that chance to turn in the extra bales for compensation after the job is done. So we do what's expected of us. Looks like there might be a little bit more out there. Let's see, is there? Oh, there we go. Right along here. And that should do it. Okay, I think that's most of the field, and let's go ahead and lift the mower, turn it off. And we're going to and turn that one off. There we go. And then we'll drop these off over here. That one off. And I'll go pick up the baler. So yeah, the two big things for this time on the baling job versus last time is after the baling part, the transportation we've definitely worked on and tweaked, because last time it was really problematic using the equipment that they gave us. So for our front loader, we've got a bale grabber now, so we're able to grab them. But then also the trailer we picked up the trailer as well, and it may or may not have auto loading capabilities, so we'll give it a shot, see if it does. And if it doesn't auto load, we at least have the bale grabbers, so we don't have to use the piece of crap cheap equipment that comes with the mission, with the contract, that is just insufficient, it's inadequate, does not do the job whatsoever. Alright, so we're going to grab the baler. All right, with that, the contract is complete. And we end up at 232,000, a little over 30,000 more than we had one day ago. So in terms of our ultimate target before the end of summer of 268,000, we're now under 40,000 away from that mark. But that does it for this day and this episode. I'm Decathlon Gabriel. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.